We are at the Business World Future of Design Summit and Awards 2025, and I have with me Mr. Pratap Bose, Chief Design and Creative Officer, Auto and Farm Sector, Mahindra and Mahindra. Thank you, sir, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Just heard your presentation, and you were talking about how you visualize those Excel sheets into design. Tell me what is the process like, and each time you're called upon to give a new design, what all goes in the back when kind of crafting those new designs?
Yeah. So again, thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here. I was here in the second edition, and now it's the sixth. Well, to come to your question, you know, in a large company, there are many people involved in product creation, what we call product creation, and design is one part of that. Design is unique because it can pull together inputs from various parts of the organization and then synthesize that into a product. So you could have finance information, you could have market information, you could have sectoral information, manufacturing, technology. So design is one of those functions that brings it all together in a product that a customer will buy eventually. And the process starts there. We have a joint briefing with all the teams across the company, what kind of product we're going to make, which brand it's going to belong to. We are a house of brands. We have 5 brands in Mahindra Auto. And then, the design team takes over with the engineering team, very close, hand in hand. And, we don't want to design something that cannot be made, nor do we want to only design things that can be made, right? We have to challenge the paradigm. And we've been doing that for the last, 15, 20 years at Mahindra. And once the design team comes together on the program, the process is the same, lots of sketches, which we then present to the management. We then go to a clay model phase where you can see the car full size, and we select from there, and then finally, we work towards creating the new car.
I have to ask you this question. India is the 5th largest economy, going to become 4th as well. But somewhere when we look at our products, how is our design language seen across the world according to you?
Yeah, I mean, while we are, what you say, as an industrial economy, especially in automobiles, we are not that old. If you look at the global examples, most automotive companies, East and West, are over 100 years old. It's only China which has really, changed the paradigm in the last 10, 15 years. Non-car makers, phone makers are making cars. So they've created an ecosystem of suppliers which allow car makers to create and build cars. Our scenario, we have only 2 indigenous automakers. The rest are all, let's say, global OEMs who only make vehicles here. There's very little R&D. It's growing, it's improving, it's increasing because our market is big. But I think more needs to and can be done. But on our side at Mahindra, we have a very strong R&D network. We have the Mahindra Research Valley in Chennai. We have our design studio here in Bombay and in Banbury in the United Kingdom. And we have other research facilities and partners around the world. So when we created the Born Electric vehicles, for example, and we showed them in August 22, and then we launched on November 24, we got an overwhelming response from the globe, every market you can think of. Why is the car not available in the UK? When is it coming to Germany? When are we going to see this in Australia? So that gave us the confidence that the what we call BEVs, the Born Electric or the battery electric vehicles, have really hit the mark in terms of design and technology. I think both have to work at a very accessible price. So while we are now scaling up for India, we do have ambitions to go global as well.
Right. Talking about design and creativity, I mean, there are so many things going on a daily basis. Where do you find time? What do you eat, drink that really makes things so creative?
Yeah, I think, the good thing about designers is you're observing and you're curious all the time. So it's not like you have to switch on your curiosity or you have to switch off something else. We could be watching a film and you're still seeing how the frame is composed. You could be listening to music and still visualize things. You could be in a place like this and look at every architectural detail. So we get influenced by many things around us. I think what I always tell people, and I tell especially young designers, is stay very curious and stay inquisitive, stay try and find out how things are made, why they are the way they are, and then that's one of the elements to being a good designer, and that's how we work.
Finally, when you see the journey at Mahindra, I remember 20 years back, there was a sedan that was there in the market. And now the design language is completely different. How do you see that evolution of design at Mahindra?
Yeah, I think Mahindra has some very, sort of iconic brands. Thar is one of them, the Scorpio, the Bolero, which were really indigenous efforts. The people who were running the company then realized and had the vision to invest in engineering and design. And today we stand on the shoulders of those giants. We are 150, 160 people in design. We are almost 6,000 in R&D. That is because the company invested and thought it was important, to do so 20 years ago. And we are reaping the benefits of that. But yes, the world around us has changed. The pace of change is very fast, and you've got to stay with that. To give you an example, you were asking me earlier how long development of a car takes. It used to take 72 months. We have crunched that to 36 months, between 30 and 36 months. So we've halved the time it takes. Why? Because in the same time, in 1 year, the telecom industry launches 2 or 3 different models of a phone. The fashion industry launches 4 seasons of clothing. So the pace of change around us is very fast. And the automobile world has to keep up with that.
Right. Thank you so much for taking out time, and pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.